Market economic system. So in this chapter, we're going to be studying about what are the features of market economic system, what do we mean by market economic system, and how market economic system works, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of market economic system. So first of all, what do you instantly think about or can think of when you read this topic or when you come across this topic? So you have to write two of the things there. Now, market economic system. Market economic system. So, in any economic system, there are three questions to be answered: what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. Now, in a market economic system, which is also known as free market economic system, these three basic economic questions are being answered by whom? Private individuals. So, who answers these three basic economic questions? Private individuals. Now, what do we really mean by this? What we mean by this is that the resources in the economy are owned and controlled. Two things: owned and controlled. So, the ownership of resources are owned and controlled by the private individuals or businesses. Okay, businesses. So this is what we mean by private economic system. So all the decisions are being made by the private individuals or the businesses, with a very limited uh, role of the government here. Very limited. Now, if we look at market economic system, it has limited government. The system of market and prices is where there's a constant happening of demand and supply, where the prices are determined through the interaction of suppliers and buyers. And then there's competition in the market, and their biggest motive is profit maximization. Now, why do we still have market economic system when their biggest motive is profit maximization and they exploit the consumers? There, there are several advantages of market economic system, as their motive is profit maximization. So that can drive another advantage, which is that people have access to better quality products because everyone is competing with each other. So now the consumers have access to better quality products, and due to this competition, there can be even lower prices. People can get things at cheaper prices as well, because everyone would try to have maximum market share. In order to achieve that maximum market share, and then sustain it, they would have to keep their prices competitive as well, which is known as penetration prices as well. Then you would have a variety of goods, better quality products, because the same point would continue, that when there's going to be competition at all times, the businesses would try to bring in or introduce new or unique features into their products, and which would always keep the quality above par. Okay, so this is how there are multiple advantages of market economic system, and it also encourages new businesses to establish. It also boosts the economy because there's a lot of production, there's a lot of consumption, which keeps the money, the cash in flow, and which is why the overall market economic system, or overall the economic system of the country, um, improves or enhances or goes towards equity. On the other hand, we see that there are certain disadvantages of market economic system as well, as we see that private individuals are the key players here, and their major motive or biggest motive is profit maximization. So they can exploit the consumers as well. How can they exploit the consumers? By charging higher prices. They can even create cartels or oligopoly or even monopoly, and they can exploit the consumers at all times. And then more, other than that, they can even exploit the workers by paying them low wages, and that can lead to unemployment, that can lead to negativity in the society, which can further lead towards increasing crime in the economy. Then it can also lead towards the exploitation and the wastage of resources. So, if you thoroughly look at the market economic systems, it comes along with a baggage of both advantages and disadvantages. However, at large, if you look at it, Mark, now the economies are shifted towards neither purely free market economic system nor purely planned economic system. Rather, they are moving towards mixed economic system, which combines the features of both market economic system and planned economic system that we're going to be studying later in the later chapters. So just pause for a minute and write all the important things that you've learned in today's lesson, from today's lesson. Um, Whatever key points you've learned, you can just write them down in order to see how far have you learned whatever you've studied. Thank you.